you much, Larry. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to one of our favorite spots, venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Coming up, it's a battle to represent the NFC in this year's Super Bowl, and we've got a classic in store between the Carolina Panthers and the Chicago Bears. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. So the D-line's going to spread out. There's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
Not much happening there on first down.
Thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
They try again with Cohen. And he's got some space here. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They run. This is Cohen. And an alley to run. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Let's go, Leopard! Leopard!
This is Cohen. He'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. And they still need 8 yards for the first here on second down. First carry now for Jordan Howard. And down inside the 35, he goes to the 32-yard line. Give him 8 yards there. Still a few inches to go, though, as it'll be third down at about the length of the football. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. First and goal, Howard. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal. Well, at least he was able to break that initial contact, or it could have been a loss.
Yeah, give credit to the defensive player, though. What did he do? Made him slow down, slow up his feet, and allowed the rest of the guys to get there to finish him off.
Now they'll throw it with Trubisky. Looks for White, but it's intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Carolina getting set to take the field. first carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on first down.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. Now they run. It's Mason. And he takes it across midfield to the 45. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Playing against a 3-4 front is really challenging for offensive linemen because they can do so many different things. But when you're running the football, if you can hit...
And he fires one that's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
Well, it's a cold night, and whether you're a quarterback that wears a glove on his throwing hand or not, that ball is a rock, Brandon. You've got to really drive it through the cold and the wind, or it can take off on you. And that may have been what happened there.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Watch him now, 40. 3-19. Watch him now, Leopard. Leopard. He's crashing. He's checking crash. That's a safety creek. Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19.
They'll begin the drive with Howard. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple yards out of it. So those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
This is Howard on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. So I also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Now following the interception, here's Newton. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. And some extras coming up on the line here, readying for the blitz. They'll run with McCaffrey. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Draw play as Newton gives to McCaffrey. And that play goes nowhere. He's met behind the line, and a penalty flag may add insult to injury. From the gun, here's Newton. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Second down now after the incompletion. Out of the gun, Newton. Eluding the pressure right. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Danny Trevathan. And they will score a pick-6 for a Bears touchdown. And on a stage of this magnitude, the conference championship, so many early game jitters can happen, so that scores a big relief to a coach.
Yeah, no one wants to mention that in the locker room before the game. No one says, hey, listen, don't fumble or don't do this because you don't want negative thoughts. That's why getting off to a good start is so huge for everyone. The first score in the conference title game, massive.
So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That'll be taken in the end zone. Gets around him. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Here come the Panthers now, set to take over on offense. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. With my good friend Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin with you. It's the Panthers in position. They'll try the air now with Newton. Dancing to his left. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Newton to throw. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. So on 4th down, on comes the Carolina kicker, Harrison Butker. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? And maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
They go with Howard to begin the drive. And some space here. Got some room at the 30. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. Touchdown, Chicago. Jordan Howard, 82 yards. And the Bears are able to show off their quick strike ability. And with that carry, he's already over 100 yards here in the first half.
And, partner, you know exactly what he's saying to his teammates right now, right? Especially to the play caller.
Give me the ball.
Again, and again, and again. It's not that heavy, sir. I'll take it.
Now here's Suck about to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here are the Panthers now as their offense comes back out onto the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. On 1st and 10, Newton. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Pernell McPhee. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long. The shotgun snap for Newton. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and then just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And they won't get a chance to bring this one back. It goes out of bounds back near their own 20. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are.
Here we go now. Blue landing. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Detroit. 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 Check it backer. Check it backer. Let's go. Watch him now, Barney. Barney. Leopard. Leopard.
Again, it's Howard. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and 13. Trubisky to throw. Being chased out left. That's complete to Meredith. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A gain of 32 that time. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you if I'm going to...
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. It's the safety, Kurt Coleman, and his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
Well, this is one of the downsides of being a rookie quarterback. You know you're going to get called out about everything you do that goes wrong. Here, maybe he's a little uncertain about where to go with the football, and at this level, uncertainty equals turnovers. And this one winds up being intercepted.
On first down, it's Newton. Caught on the left side by Benjamin. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. He got 29 yards that time. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Wow, that play got shut down in a hurry.
As soon as the snap came, you could see defensively they were just closing in. That was going nowhere.
Yeah, you count on your offensive line to give you a little bit of space, a little bit of time so you can make a move. There was none there for him.
Here's Newton now on second down. And Kelvin Benjamin's got it. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll run it now out of the gun. It's a gain of a yard, and it takes us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We'll be back with more in the NFC title bout after this. On second down, here's Newton. And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 16, the 30, past the 20. And they will score a pick-6 for a Bears touchdown.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick-6. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away. This fielded at the 2. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. And last time, decent field position through the pick-6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play too.
coming off the pick six. It's Newton. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Pernell McPhee in there to drop him for his second sack now here tonight. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. That goes for a gain of 31. Newton on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. Defense in a good spot. Let's see how the offense responds with a 2nd and 13 now. Now it's Newton. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16. Throwing again is Newton. Gets it to Benjamin. It's caught. And he's going to be out of bounds down near the 35-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. Now Newton on first down. Forced out to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep back over the middle. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, second down. So the incomplete pass brings up second down. Throwing again. Newton. And a quick throw here. That's complete. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
Newton on 3rd down. And he gets it to Funchess complete. And he's brought down, but not before reaching the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Newton throwing again. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's 2nd down. They go option right on 2nd and goal. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. This offense so far on third down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. Operating from the gun, Newton. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Greg Olsen in the final seconds of the first half. And the Panthers, they're able to draw a bit closer. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed, and a lot of football, full half to be played. On the return, it's Niall Davis. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Onto the field now come the Bears. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And some changes here as the D-line separates some. On first down, they run with Howard. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. Final play of the half. It's Trubisky looking for White on the deep ball. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. So we've reached halftime. Who will represent the NFC in the Super Bowl? 2 more quarters to go. As we'll send you down to Orlando, where Larry Ridley has our EA Sports halftime report. Larry? So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the 3rd quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But this you're going to do that?
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Just beating the play clock is Newton. On the catch, this is Russell Shepard. Give him 30 yards there.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. The Panthers on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, Newton. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Leonard Floyd. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
They'll start things on first with Torrey Cohen. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass.
Now let's go. Blue 90.
On 3rd down, Trubisky. That's caught by Meredith right side. A good pick up there of 20 yards. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up the first down.
Trubisky with the give to Howard. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
Slot man moves right. On 2nd down, here's Trubisky. Buying time to his left. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. On 1st down, Trubisky looking left side, and he's got a man. That's right. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Here we go now.
On 2nd down, Trubisky. Throw left side complete. It's right. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. So the D-line's going to spread out. On 3rd down, that's Cohen. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Well, forget about finding a lane there. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Probably fortunate he was able to hold on to the football.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And that will extend their lead even further. So put another 3 on the board, and all things considered, a good opening drive here to begin the 3rd quarter.
It sure was. I think as a head coach, you're happy to come out and put a little drive together, take the 3 points, and build on your lead.
And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. They've got his man complete. And he takes this one all the way across midfield into enemy territory down to the 40-yard line. Now a first down throw for Newton. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31. Defensively rallying to the ball after the nice move. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. To throw on second down is Newton. And an alley to run. Finding room to the 20. Newton able to use those legs and get past the marker to pick up the first. So an instance there of Cam being Cam. We know he can use his legs.
And with that big body, it's hard to get him down even if you get a clear shot on him. Plus, he moves it a lot faster than what people think. And boy, does he have fun playing the game of football.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive. And once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
So the offense now dealing with a 2nd and 7. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. Trying to turn the corner, but they string him out and stop him at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
No gain on that run, and while the team is down, there's still time to come back and win the football game. If I'm the offensive coordinator, though, I've got to think about moving at a faster pace and maybe opening things up a little bit and throwing it a little bit more.
The Panthers on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Newton now to throw. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Gano out to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Back now at Soldier Field. And the offense will be looking to get at least some of this yardage back here. It's 2nd and 12. And some changes here as the D-line separates some.
Detroit! Lucky 56! Lucky 56! Detroit! Hot! All right, now, lucky 56! Lucky 56! Leopard! Here we go! Leopard! 319! 319! Back 99 Philly! Here we go!
Again, it's Cohen. And he'll push forward for about 4 up to the 23. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 8.
Now let's go! Green, 39!
They'll run it now out of the gun. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
And that's one of the few times they've been able to contain him. He's had a heck of a game, and maybe he's getting a little bit tired from how many times he's carried the ball. But I always think back to what all those old coaches say. The ball's not that heavy. Keep carrying it, kid.
O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. That's taken on the 25. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. Carolina getting set to take the field. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard.
Shift together here from the D-line. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, that's pretty symptomatic about how things have gone here. That play was just shut down right from the start.
And not going to give him a lot of confidence to help turn things around. To throw on 2nd down. Newton steps up, and he's going to lose a yard or 2. Taken down behind the line. And for the defense, their 3rd sack of the game.
That number tells you that they're starting to put it together with their defensive game plan. They're starting to feel pretty good about what the offense is doing, bringing the pressure at the right time, and putting the quarterback on the ground.
So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long. From the gun, here's Newton. And now here is another interception. Adrian Amos with a pick. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
And he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the forefinger.
Oh, no, he lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
Here we go now. 319.
On third down, this is Howard. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up fourth down. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. He hit his first. Now this from 43. The play clock's running down. And Suckup will put this one right through, and that will stretch the lead up to 13. So they settle for just the 3 there, but clearly anything helps when you're trying to salt one away here in the fourth.
Without a doubt, I think a touchdown would have been the final nail. But 3 does give him some breathing room and lets him build up a little cushion.
Suckup now set to kick it off following the made field goal. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And the Panthers coming out now. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he takes this one just shy of midfield all the way to the 49. A good pickup there of 22. On first down, Newton. And unable to connect on the long pass. It falls down incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store.
20, set, 20, set.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Back to the air, Newton on second down. Complete to the tight end, Jason Morrow. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. On first and 10, Newton. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down. Here's Newton now on second down. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Pernell McPhee in there to get him again. The 3rd time he sacked him here tonight. So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long. Time for a break. Back with more in the NFC Championship game after this. Third and long it's Newton. Now a desperation throw. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
Gano out to kick this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
Here we go. Green, 39.
They go with Howard again. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. The Bears on third down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 4.
Here we go now. 3-19.
On the handoff, this is Howard. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. And a timeout here. Timeout taken, whistles blown. Timeout taken by the receiving team. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Here's Pat O'Donnell now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. And onto the field, here come the Panthers. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Back to throw. And an alley to run. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run.
And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it, and they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. A give to Howard. And maybe a measure measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. They will take a knee here and cue the celebrations. They are off to the Super Bowl. And they get to hoist the Hallis Trophy. Unbelievable victory, moving on to the Super Bowl.
I only hope that these players understand exactly who is behind that trophy. George S. Hallis, one of the creators of this great game of football of ours and creator of the NFL. What an amazing feeling and an amazing accomplishment.